let's have some fun here today. How you doing today?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm setting this up, and thank you a lot for getting me in. Can you listen to me? Okay.
Yes, I can hear
All
you
right.
great. Where are you calling from?
I'm actually at the moment I'm in Geneva. I had several stuff ongoing. One of the things that I was doing is helping the Mexican delegation try to set up the same ecosystem as the Crypto Valley in Mexico.
Yeah.
My background. So my name is Thierry Harisuiz. My background is commodity trading and banking. So I work for the biggest commodity traders here, Trafigura. I also work as a consultant for Litasco Lukoil. I touched a little bit on the metal side, gold, silver, copper. I also did oil on the risk management side. So my background is kind of banking already. And then I decided to go on my own. So I started Tarco International, who focused primarily was consulting and commodity trading. And then came the blockchain. And as the blockchain came in, I said, well, look, this is the perfect opportunity to look at the best things of Switzerland besides chocolate is banking, gold, and now technology. So let's combine all three and make something good out of it. I've always been kind of a libertarian type, so I've been following the Bitcoin side and all the philosophy behind it. And there, naturally came the idea of AGAU. So AGAU,
Gotcha.
AG, AG, AU, AG for silver, AU for gold, from the table of elements. And then I say, okay, let's do something very simple. Let's go back to the Bretton Woods system. Now we have this amazing technology that is the blockchain that allows us to essentially have transparency of everything. And I was saying, okay, let's do that and have a digital currency that is really open to everyone, that allows to bank the unbanked. So that's the angle I take from the UN sometimes. But all in all, it's not rocket science in the sense that I'm not reinventing the wheel. But I think now we have everything to issue this currency that is more stable than Bitcoin, and that has a backing behind it, so that in 1,000 years people will still have their gold
Great.
holdings, right?
So let me understand exactly what it is. So is this a new coin that's backed by silver and gold?
Right. So
walk me through how it works. Okay.
Okay. Very simply, two coins. One is AGAU gold. One is AGAU. The other is AGAU silver. AGAU gold is 1-to-1 backed by gold, so it's 1 gram, 1 token, and AGAU silver is 1 gram, 1 gram of silver representing by 1 token of silver. Now, the way it works behind it, there's actually 3 ledgers. One is an ERC20 token on Ethereum, so that any Ethereum wallet can take that token. The second one ledger is the ledger that shows all of the assets that we have. So typically, we have all of the physical bars in Switzerland and Liechtenstein. So we post the audit, the assay card, the serial number on the public ledger for everyone to see. And then there's a central ledger that's basically says, look, 1,000 tokens equals 1,000 grams, and 1,000 grams is a kilobar, and here it is. And so everyone can see that it's 1-to-1. Now, the difference of what we're doing here is that we're not only crypto guys, we're also working with institutionals. So we have PwC Legal Switzerland on the legal side to make sure everything is legal. We've issued the non-action request to FINMA, and we're expecting a response soon. We work with votes, very important, right? Limeta is our partner now, but we're also working with other potential partners. And we have another partner of ours that is formerly CoinLab Capital, now Token Swiss. And what they do is transform tokens into cash and fiat into tokens. And we're also closing partnership with Family Office. So because the family office owns the bank that we work with in Liechtenstein and also the vote, and they themselves have gold. So the idea is to issue 500 million Swiss francs worth of tokens worth of gold, and essentially push it to the market so that we have the market cap, and then we find the liquidity through the exchanges. We do KYC ML on our side, but to be honest, most of the gold is actually, it's not an ICO per se, it's a token generating event. That's how I speak it, because it's actually existing gold that we just tokenize, and then we give back these tokens to the gold holders. That's how we achieve the 500 millions faster.
Gotcha. So let me ask you a question. I mean, first of all, I think it's great what you're doing. And by the way, I get to Switzerland quite a bit, four or five times a year. So
well, come visit. I'm always between Geneva and Zurich.
I usually go to Zurich, but
cool.
Tell me the advantage for somebody to buy the AGAU token versus buying gold, for example. Is there an upside? How do you see an upside over just buying gold?
Right, that's a great question. There is three typical answers depending on who you're speaking to, right? If it's the typical, if it's the knowledgeable investor, for him, it's an alternative to ETFs. So what's best in this case is it's allocated. So one of the things I always repeat is you have to be careful about when you buy gold, you want to know if it's allocated, because if you buy unallocated gold, you are a creditor of the gold, but you don't own it. Whereas allocated, that means it's there. So you have allocated gold, you have lower storage fees, because for example, if you have only 5 million worth of gold, maybe you will have 1% storage fees. With us, we're negotiating 0.2%. So even these people who have a lot of gold, they benefit from it from a scale, so that they have lower storage fees. The storage
are they getting allocated gold through the AGAU purchase?
Right,
token?
they get allocated gold, and then the third advantage is the liquidity. So essentially, we're building a real one-to-one physical backed and allocated segregated gold and silver that you can transfer. So in that sense, there is some liquidity, because you cannot buy your coffee with a piece of ETF, but now you'll be able to. So that's the first customer. The second one, and I want to put this emphasis on, is the emerging markets. Okay, there is 2 billion people who are unbanked, and for them, they cannot access Visa, MasterCard, or they cannot be banked because sometimes they don't even have an address. Here, you only need a cell phone and an Ethereum wallet to be able to have these tokens, even though the gold is in Switzerland secured, right? Because in Mexico, sometimes we have this. We have gold or silver coins, right? And then we stack them in Venezuela, for example, they will be stacking dollars, but then there is the danger of breaking in. Here you have it secure, it's in Switzerland, but it's an alternative to your fiat currency that is too volatile.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Now, will it all? I mean, if the price of gold goes down, your token price is likely going to go down too. Correct?
So in theory, it's one-to-one. So to be honest, it should be pegged, right? Anything that is not pegged opens to arbitrage opportunities. Now, if the token, for some weird reason, the price is under the net asset value, then we would step in, because essentially in this case, the vault would be buying its own gold at discount, right? Now, if the token goes higher than the net asset value, that could be because of maybe the FUD, maybe the fear, uncertainty, and doubt from the crypto investors. They're piling in, and there's a limited supply on the first batch of 500 million compared to the gold market that is huge. So that could be happening. If that happens, then we issue another batch of 500 millions, and we also allow the people to offload on the secondary market so that they can bring the price back to what should be normal. But a lot of people say there's a manipulation on the paper gold market, and maybe this could be a new market for the real allocated physical backed one-to-one gold instead of the forward sales or the futures and derivatives.
Gotcha. So now, where will somebody will people be spending these tokens that you're creating? Where can they use them to purchase things?
Right. So it's, when you think of Bitcoin, it's a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. That's really what the essence of it was, is this alternative. And I'm taking the same ideal, right? And I say, look, now people can transfer peer-to-peer from wallet to wallet, but then it opens to a lot of possibilities, because what it does is, I come from the commodity trading background, right? So you could do peer-to-peer lending, you could do credit finance in this case. And when I speak about credit finances, when you do trades, for example, oil, and you buy it from Iran and there's an embargo, if you use the US dollar, then it's not possible because it's against the law. But gold and do barter trades, that's totally okay. So basically, gold, as a matter of fact, has always been used for circumventing certain taxation or certain trade barriers. And in this sense, it's not owned by any particular country. So
okay,
the long story short is commerce, trade, building a parallel banking system.
It's a global currency. So
right.
So now, do you have any support currently in your home country there of Switzerland?
Well, I'm a citizen of the world. I'm half Mexican, half Belgian, but I'm based but I'm based in Switzerland because I vote with my feet and I vote with my wallet.
Gotcha.
Where I put my money. But now I do have support in the whole community of the Crypto Valley in Zug that is building tremendously. And I invite you to come over and to visit us, because that's really amazing. The community is very supportive. And I'm building a lot of partnerships so that makes sense from the business perspective, vaults, banks, auditors, and people who help me make it legal. But you have to know that here in Switzerland, there's already a regulatory framework that is very business open. And I'm very confident we're going to do it. I spoke to the SNB and they said, you can issue private money. There is no problem. Okay,
good. So, look, at the end of the day, you're looking to raise, how much you looking to raise right now? What kind of deal do you have on the table here?
So right now I'm looking for business partners that can enter. Long story short, I'm opening on a bid tender basis 30% of the equity of the company, and I'm expecting something along 1.5 million. And I will use that money primarily to continue paying my developers who are in Mexico and in Belgrade because they're cheaper and they're exceptional. And also a lot of marketing and partnerships, and just basically make sure that the whole system is secure and that we have the institutional backing that would allow us to have credibility.
Gotcha. Okay, so 1.5 million for about 30%, you said?
That's the idea on a bid tender basis, yeah.
Okay, and so have you put some money in now, or where are you? Have you put some of your own funds in, or what have you raised to date?
I've put all of my saving and my sweat equity for a year and a half now. I have a business partner, but I am the primary shareholder. As we speak today, I'm 95%. I own 95% of Tarko, and Agao is owned 100% by Tarko. Right? Okay, gotcha. I'm speaking to people, and I have a soft commitment of 750 from a mix of asset managers and family office who basically complete this business, in the sense that either because they have gold and they want to tokenize it, or because they see the big opportunity here.
And from their side, if they're putting that in, they're able to protect their asset, I assume, through the tokens. Is that? I mean,
so how we're speaking about two things here. One is the token, which is the product,
right?
And to describe it in 3 bullet points is: one, the characteristic is that 0.2% of storage cost divided by 365 is taken every day. The second is that there is a transaction fee every time the token goes from wallet to wallet. There's a 0.1 commission, and that's my revenue model. My revenue model comes from the velocity of money, basically the tokens transfer, 0.1% at every transfer, and we charge 2% when we do an ICO on top of the price of gold. So when we tokenize the gold, we take 2% premium, and for 500 million, the expectation on the top line, well, you see, it's about 10 millions on the top line. On the bottom line, EBIT, my expectations for the next 6 months, if we succeed, would be about 4 millions for the first ICO. But then after, it would jump to 9 million because we would already have all of the framework.
Gotcha. Okay, good. So, I mean, look, the investors, Pitch Investors Live app is perfect for what you're doing here, because right now we're live to the world. We're live on the app. Anybody that's interested, in addition to myself here taking this pitch, could be interested also. This is the beauty of what Pitch Investors Live is all about, is that it's not limited to just you and me.
Yeah.
There's opportunities for others. Plus, we can replay this that we've recorded, and this can be used in other ways to help raise some capital. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to get your formal, you have some kind of a white paper that we could get and review. I've been to your website, and so that's a good start. But I'd love to get the white paper and then share this with some of my investment folks. I think what I like about what you're doing is pegging it to silver and gold is brilliant. And I like the fact that you've got somebody willing to maybe, it's always good to have some outside person. You said maybe in for 750. That would be very powerful if you could make that happen in addition to yourself, because now it validates that you've been able to bring some outside money to the table. That's important for somebody like me to see that there's other people that have kicked the tires. I can collaborate with them, talk to them about their experiences, et cetera, et cetera. So let's take this, offline for now to the next level. And, and hopefully the folks that may be considering coming in, if you have any update on that in the next week or so, that would be helpful. Maybe I could talk to them with you at some point if I'm getting involved too. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Kevin, I want to thank you a lot, because I want to thank you for what you're doing, because this platform and just what we're doing here is really exceptional. It's a great idea. I appreciate so much the opportunity of being here. I think what you're doing is great. You're helping a lot of entrepreneurs, and you just like disrupting this industry. And I think it's great. I'm a big fan, and honestly, I look forward to at least stay in touch and hopefully do some business together. I think this is a great opportunity for you or any other investor to come to Switzerland and to have established company in Zug, in the Crypto Valley, and then move forward with a lot of disruption going on, but there's a lot of opportunities out there. So thank you a lot.
All right. Well, fantastic. I love it. And thank you very much. We'll be in touch. I'll look forward to your white paper and maybe meet you in beautiful Zurich, Switzerland. Okay.
So you can get in touch anytime. For everyone else, it's agau, agau.io. And the email is agau@tarco, TARCO.ch. So I will get in touch. I will send you some documents over. No problem. Thanks a lot.
All right. Have a great week.
Have a great day. Cheers. Bye.
Bye-bye.